What's up guys, Droid. This is just a little show and tell of a brand new device I'm working on. This is basically my take on those spirit candles that you see everybody kind of making with REM pods and all sorts of stuff. This is not using any traditional type of sensor that's used in the field at the minute. It's actually using one of these little, it's basically like an amplitude sensor, so it basically detects obviously noise and converts that noise into a signal so that Arduino can basically do something when it's met a threshold. Also has this little dial here so it can be tuned in to a specific need. Obviously this is cranked down quite low because I don't obviously want it being set off with your voice and people talking, etc. So the only way you can basically set it off is if you're quite close and talking into the little hole here, or basically use it as it was intended, basically blow it out with your, obviously like so, and it'll basically blow it out. So it's essentially just a sort of candle simulator, if that makes sense. So obviously it has a little microphone here, so it might possibly be set off by EVP as well. That was the whole intended purpose of testing this sensor. I'm still quite new at this sensor, so obviously that still needs tested in the field, but that's basically the theory and concept on it as well, is it might also be set off by EVP as well. Anyway, little two-around device. We have the little port for the charging on the bottom. We have a little hole for the indicator, so it'll let you know when it's charging and when it's done. You have your on-off switch here. Simple turn on and turn off the device. This is kind of a prototype shell I first originally printed. As you can see inside, has a place for the nano, has a little place for the microphone to sit in, and basically a little hole for the little candle to go through. Has a little RGB light, so basically can make a set of colours. Obviously this is imitating a kind of flickering candle. So basically that just pops in the little hole here and it's wired in. Obviously we have a little nano that's responsible for how this device works. A little charge board controller, that's for obviously the lithium battery, and it has a 450 milliamp hour 30C discharge battery in here. This will probably run for an estimated over 6 hours. I'm not 100% sure how long it will last, but it will definitely be more than 6 hours. This is a little caddy that basically fits at the bottom. That holds most of the parts, so it can kind of just get screwed in there all neat and tidy. So yeah, that little piece fits on here. Obviously that's held in place. A couple of screws to hold everything together, and a beefy on-off switch. Anyway, that's basically it. I'm going to give you guys a little demonstration how it works. So I'm going to turn this big light off and switch on and show you. So it's going to do a kind of like a traffic light system just to kind of show you that it's getting ready. And I'll start flickering when it's going. So now it's armed and ready to use. You simply just, you can test it by blowing into it. Like so, just as if you were blowing out a candle. It has the same kind of consistency as if you were just, puffing out a candle. So that's basically it. It's basically just simulating a candle. The light stays off for 10 seconds and it'll then reset and then start again. And it'll basically just it'll just flicker away like that continuously until obviously something sets it off. Well, basically blows out the candle. Now it does look kind of flashy on camera. It is quite flashy, but it's not like it's not mega bright. It is fairly bright. You're definitely going to see it, and you'll be able to see it 360 degrees around the device. So yeah, and as you can tell, I'm talking quite close to it, and it's not setting it off. So that was deliberate. The little sensitivity has been dialed quite far back, and basically only really responds when you're talking up close. Even I'm talking right into it, and it's not saying, well, did there. So yeah, you don't have to worry about talking near it. It won't basically be set off unless it's a really, really, really extremely loud noise. So yeah, one thing you need to be careful of is if you're using this outdoors, it can be obviously windy, because wind will obviously set it off. So it's best used in an indoor setting. Demonstrating again, just blow it out, and that's it. So the idea with this is just a simple candle simulator, if that makes sense, and obviously it might have the potential to use basically be set off by EVP. So that's the whole general concept of it. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Stay tuned. This will be getting sold very soon. Oh yeah, one thing I also want to describe is this whole parabolic kind of design actually has a purpose. That is recessed quite in there. It also helps stop wind noise setting off, but it also amplifies. Basically, if you blow into this, you can do it from any angle. So well, I've just set it off, but it's basically a little parabolic design, and that just helps create a little vortex in here, so if you blow into it from a different angle, it will obviously still set it off. So that's facing me. I'm going to blow into it this way. It's quite hard to do with holding the phone in my hand, but it just gives you an idea how this is working. Anyway, super robust design. This thing is absolutely built like a tank. It's well made, and yeah, it will be up for sale shortly. So if you're definitely wanting one of these, reach out to me over on Facebook. This is obviously just a prototype. I still have to kind of test this and make sure it isn't going off when it shouldn't be going off, etc. And yeah, so it will be up for sale probably this weekend. I'll be taking orders. I need to obviously get ready and print the candles. These do take a little bit of time to print, obviously, because the whole entire inside has to be infill as well, you know, like support material, so it does take a bit of time. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it, guys, because I'm waffling on, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye now.